Okay, guys, coach is here.
Why stay in the mask?
All right, well,
Dan, could you talk about the play of
Wayne,
Tyrese?
wait a minute.
Say again. Talk about the play of Tyrese Martin and also his health status at the end of the game.
I know, but I've been under the fire about the mask, so I just didn't know.
Go ahead, Wayne, say again.
Dan, just talk about what Tyrese Martin gave you offensively and also his health status and what happened at the end of the game.
Yeah, he was cramping up, so he's fine. And yeah, I mean, Tyrese was he was tremendous. I thought for the most part he did really good job on Thompson, who's a hard guy to guard, especially because he's so quick and so strong. That's probably why he had the cramping today, because it took a lot out of him physically to have to guard that kid all over the court. But yeah, I mean, based on if we're going to win games in this league, we're going to have a guy that's going to have a night like that, and then a bunch of other contributors.
Wayne, follow?
A few words about your defensive effort, especially the way that you took the main guns out of the equation in Bolden and Thompson for much of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it worked great. I mean, we were really focused on Enzi and Thompson and Tate and Bolden. I was disappointed that Bolden got 8 threes up. I thought we were a little sloppy there. And then, obviously, as a byproduct of that, Golden, who I think came into the game, he was 1 for 18, maybe from 3 or somewhere in that neighborhood, went 5 for 7. So it's like, I don't think our Ken Palm luck is going to increase much, because I think we came into the game at 252.
Usually when a team shoots poorly, the other team blocks shots, and Isaiah had 7 blocks in this game, a career high. Just talk about how he took the middle away.
Yeah, I mean, that was a vintage, defensive performance against a preseason all-conference player in Enzi. We need that type of inspiring play from Isaiah. He's got to raise the temperature on the thermostat at the defensive end of the court and bring that type of energy.
Dom?
Yeah. Dan, is this the best performance that you've had in terms of the number of people contributing? Because everybody, obviously Jalen contributed, Carlton had 6 rebounds. It seems like everybody chipped in with something. Is this, for you, is this the most complete game that you've had, with every healthy guy contributing?
Yeah. I mean, this is that's the template there. Strong defense, strong defensive performance, held them to under 35% from the field. I thought that, we were better offensively in terms of movement, in terms of the ball moving. We were 14 assists, 10 turnovers. We easily, could have been more like 18 or 19 assists, but we missed, we fell, we fell back into a pattern where we missed a couple of point blank bunnies again, or close twos, which obviously is an area that we've got to try to get better at quickly. We've got to convert the easy ones. But yeah, I mean, based on the makeup of our roster and what we have not available to us to play, it's got to be collective.
Joe, zone?
Yes, Dan, you mentioned how Martin stepped up tonight. Are you okay if a different guy steps up every game, or do you really have to have the same guy really start to take leadership of the team?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously RJ and guys like RJ and Tyrese, you feel like they can get you 15 plus. To Tyler, if he got some good opportunities tonight, like Tyler, if he made shots that he normally, if he hit the shots he normally makes, he's probably looking at a 14-point game today too. So We don't have a lot of guys with the group that can get us 15, 18, 20. That's where, but it's very important that we get 6, we get 8, we get 10. You know, Adama, I think, is a guy potentially, this year that could be a 15-point guy. But, again, today was the template. We've got 8 guys that we could rotate in there that have got to contribute.
Charlotte?
Hey Dan, you've talked about like bringing the energy and just getting that from more of the players. Did you do anything different ahead of today's game, pregame, or kind of prep to really bring that? I mean, they came out very strong from the start this game and carried that throughout the first half.
Yeah, I think we're just trying to put more of ownership on the players to lead each other and to be the driving force behind the passion and the energy that the team plays with. And I do think our teams here, particularly last year when we started to turn it around, they relied on the incredible crowds that we get here. Like the best place to, the toughest place to play in the Northeast. And then they also too, they feed off my energy, which, I think is not always a good thing. They need to be about their bond together and their accountability with each other and their connectedness.
You've talked about getting that from RJ and Isaiah particularly. Did you really, I mean, stat sheet wise, we saw that, but just from on the bench, what you saw from them tonight?
Yeah, I think Isaiah early, had some struggles offensively, 3 for 9, the 2 missed free throws. But I think that he did a good job. I think that RJ and I think Tyrese quietly, is a decent communicator, but I just, I think the group did a better job of picking each other up when they were struggling at the offensive end, to play with passion at the defensive end, because, if we play defense like we did tonight or throughout a majority of the season, we'll be in most games.
Gavin?
Dan, you guys haven't really lost more than 2 in a row since last January. Are you responding better coming off of losses now, so there's not that slide?
Yeah, I just think the culture that we have here is much improved. Obviously, that there's an expectation that we're there's an expectation that UConn is supposed to win now again when we take the court. With this particular group that we've worked with for some time now. Obviously, there's some new guys, but yeah, I mean, I think that these guys, I think there's an expectation with winning, and they prepare diligently, and that they're serious about. I'm proud of these guys, man. These guys have done a hell of a job. I mean, an absolute hell of a job. We could have a couple more wins if we made free throws, or if we, finished, at the rim better. We could potentially be sitting at 10-1 right now, which is crazy. But the job that these guys have done since losing a player of James's magnitude, losing Andre, the reality of a Cook needing, more time to get back to where he was, and the fact that these guys are 5-3 after a major step up in league, to sit here at 5-3, and to have, to be a top 30 Ken Palm, like these guys have done a great job for us, and I'm very proud of them.
John Fanta?
Dan, why do you think these guys have been able to do it?
I think the carryover effect from last year. We got just a number of players that got used to winning last year, and I just don't think that this group of guys is getting enough credit for going to a far superior league, one of the best in the country, while losing not just our best player, but one of the best players in the country, like one of the most dynamic players in the country, who obviously allows us to take this thing to another level. You lose Andre and a Cook, and these guys are still sitting at 5-3 after, year 3 of a rebuild while moving way up in competition. So proud of these guys and what they've done.
Just to follow up on that, when you are able to have that template performance in the first of 3 this week, how critical is that when you know that the number 3 team in the country comes to town in less than 48 hours, and then you do have a game this weekend that's a revenge type of a game in this league?
Yeah, I mean, it was important to get this one. We knew I had a sense, obviously, the Big East, chose to move the Villanova game up to just a 1-day prep, with the game obviously looming beyond that with St. John's. So, obviously the scheduling, it's tough sledding. But that's where we really had the appropriate level of urgency today, because we could ill afford to lose today's game. Everyone felt the urgency and the pressure to get this one.
Charlotte, follow?
Yeah, just that obligatory health update on Andre and Book and Anna Cook too with him.
Yeah, I mean, Andre is the closest. A Cook, listen, I think the amazing recovery to get back less than 12 months to actually get in a game. But he's got an injury not related to the Achilles, but we're also, we're not going to see, a Cook back to doing a Cook things until, he's probably closer to that 18-month range. I still think he's got a chance to get back at some point here as he gets more reps in practice and gets healthier, to be a factor for us possibly. But we're taking a long view, with him. And I think, I think he's got a good understanding of that. Dre is close. Dre's got a chance. Obviously, there's not a lot of practice time this week because the league slid that Villanova game in real tight on us. So there's not gonna be a lot of time to practice this week, but he's got a chance for the St. John's game. And if not that, he's got a chance. He's got a pretty good chance for the Seton Hall game if there's no setbacks. So, and he's chomping at the bit, and we're dying to get his talent out there. And James, I can't tell you where that is right now. That's, that's just running its course. We'll see him when we see him.
With a Cook, is that more of a long-term couple of week type of thing before he might be able to get back on the court in some limited minutes, or is that just a 2-game type injury? Like how?
Yeah, I mean, we got to see. He's, again, he got kind of hit in the shin, and he's got some serious inflammation there, and he's in pain. So I don't know what his timeline is.
Thank you.
That's it, guys? No more questions? Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
I'll be back